Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. Roll call, Diane.
Mr. Douglas?
Here.
Mr. Barber for the last time.
Here.
Mr. Bruno is excused, I believe. Mr. Irwin and Mr. McDonald. Mr. Gwinnett, zoning officer. Mr. Farrell, highway superintendent. Ms. Barber, confidential secretary to the board. John. And I don't know about Kristen, Courtney. Helen, I know, is away. Chaka.
Matt.
And no, Matt already said he wasn't going to be here.
All excused. Yep. Okay, I need a motion and a second for acceptance of the minutes of the regular meeting of December 11th. Jim Douglas, Mel second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Community input number 5.
Is there anything back there? John, did you have anything? Nope.
No, I think at the next meeting, if everybody, I'd like to take pictures like I usually do with each board, have a new board, so if anybody, however you want your picture taken.
Okay, so that'll be January 8th.
And if you can let Matt know. And I still think it's a good idea to create some record of who served on the board, like a database or a plaque, because we have no record, like Jerome Downs, goes on and on. Tons of people have been on this board, and to best of my knowledge, we don't have any historical record of it. It'd be nice to have a database online of all the counselors and supervisors.
What I could
Or a
do-
plaque
yeah,
here.
What I could do, John, is I could go to the Board of Elections. This week I'm going to be down that way. I can ask them because they do have a book, I believe, or at least the Board of Elections has this year that people served by. I could ask them for that. And
Yeah,
they
it
can get a copy of it.
Yeah, it would be nice to have it available because,
Board of Elections, definitely.
you know, John Roach, et cetera, Mike Varden goes on and on and on.
Yep.
It'd be nice to know when they served and the fact that they did serve.
Change that. I will be down.
And Rick Barber. He'll be gone. He'll be lost in history. We don't.
We'll never forget Rick.
Is that in a good way or what?
It's in a good way. It's in a
He'll
good
be
way.
back. He told me he threw it out to the trash.
Yeah, but I will ask John. I'm going to be down there either by tomorrow, if not early next week, for sure, to talk to
Okay.
Kimberly Davis about other things. Okay, so we got the motions for the meetings, we got the community input. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of resolutions, so Diane's gonna be
Just
plugging-
quick ones, though.
Yeah, quick ones, but Diane will be plugging down through them real fast. The first one is just a motion and a second to set the organizational meeting for January 8th at 5 o'clock before our regular board meeting on January 8th at 6 o'clock. I need a motion and a second for that.
I'll make that.
Mel made the motion,
Make it second.
Jim seconded the motion. Any discussion about the meeting, the organizational we always do at the beginning of the year? No discussion, that's all in favor? Aye. So like I said, we got the organizational at 5 o'clock on the 8th, and then we have a regular meeting at 6 o'clock. Okay, going down along. Number 7 is right in front of us. It's just a motion and a second to approve the regular schedule, 2024 schedule. Me, Judy, Diane, Pam, we looked at this over and over and over because like Diane was saying, there is weird. So this year, just make sure we look at this because it's not gonna fall on the 2nd and 4th Monday all the time. Some do, but some do not. As you can see, the first 2 or the first 3 just do not. Actually, first 2, the January 8th, the February 5th, and then the April 8th, and then so on. So make sure you look at the dates. The times are all the same at 6 o'clock, but we're going to have a lot of mixed meetings here and there on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and then some on first week of the month on Mondays. So I need a motion and a second to approve the regular meeting schedule of 2024.
I'll make it.
Jim,
Second.
second by Rick. Any discussion on them at all that we can think of right now? If there is, just let us know if there's something that you guys see that's not right, but we went over this over and over and over. Other than that, any discussion at all? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Will be in the paper tomorrow.
In the paper tomorrow. Okay, now we're getting into resolutions. And Courtney is here. She showed up.
Yes.
We're good. Courtney, we just got through the first thing on the agenda. Second. I need a motion and a second to approve the Cook Road project, Culvert project out for bid. Mike, you want to discuss anything on
Yeah,
this?
this is the one we bid last year, come in over budget, so we threw the bid out. We chose to rebid it, and now it's time to put it out before the election poll. So hopefully we get more bidders and more competition.
You had some issues down there the other day.
Yeah, actually twice, that washed out. Then we had Fuller come in and do a temporary fix, so we can get the owners in and out. It blew out again 2 weeks ago or so, they had poured head walls, so we were fortunate, the pipe stayed there. Had them come back, we dug it right down to the pipes, and we drilled on the inside of the head walls, and we run rebar through this time. You know, it's only for a few months, but got to be able to get a fire truck or ambulance or those people in and out, because they had one vehicle out, the other two were trapped. It was, you know, that deep. It just, what happened is, of course, that takes all the water from Nelson Road, the north way, the rest area, the golf course. Town of Plattsburgh had a problem. Their pipes were plugged on Nelson Road. They only had the tail end, Nelson Road, the rest is ours. They got it opened up, but it was a ball of water, you know, water come down through, and it blew, you know, picked that whole concrete right up and just dropped it, and, you know, broke it. So this time we poured it thick, a lot thicker, right to the pipes as far as we could go, and put rebar in and try to get by the winter for now, because we couldn't even go down there with a plow truck. So we've been lucky this winter, to be honest with you, as far as the plowing for it. So that's why this is up to rebid again.
Rebidding. Any other discussion before the resolution? I need a motion to have the resolution.
I'll make it.
Rick,
I'll second.
Mel second, resolution, Diane?
Resolution to authorize engineering ventures to prepare bid specifications and advertise for receipts of bid on January 29th, 2024 at 10 a.m. for the project known as Cook Road Culvert Project. Whereas to authorize engineering ventures to prepare bid specifications and advertise for receipts of bid once complete for the project known as Cook Road Culvert Project. Whereas bid specifications, timing, and authorization will be in accordance with any or all applicable funding agency requirements. Whereas bids shall be received until 10 a.m. on January 29th, 2024, at which time they will be open. Therefore, be it resolved, said proposed authorization is approved as per requirements to be released, and be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno is excused. Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Just one quick, what was the last bid we had on that thing?
I can go
Okay,
look.
I get it.
250,
I can go
wasn't
look now.
it? 250, wasn't it?
I don't know, but we shouldn't be,
I've got a big idea.
it shouldn't be out there, really.
What's that, the number?
Can't run that.
Yeah.
No, I won't say the number.
Okay, number 9. We need a motion and a second to reappoint Richard Williams as chair of the planning board. Any discussion we have before the resolution? Any discussion? Okay, so I need a motion. What's up?
He does a great job.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. He has for,
Yeah.
Had a tough year.
I'll make the motion.
Jim made the motion,
I'll second.
Mel second. Resolution, Diane.
Resolution approving the reappointment of Richard Williams to the Town of Crew Planning Board as chairman. Whereas at a meeting held on December 13, 2023, the Crew Town Zoning Board of Appeals has recommended that Richard Williams be reappointed to fill the town planning board chairman seat to begin January 1, 2024 through December 31, 2024. Therefore, be it resolved, the Peru Town Board agrees with the recommendation of the planning board and reappoints Richard Williams to complete the term of the chairman for the one-year period of January 1, 2024 through December 31, 2024, and be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. Mr. Barber, any questions?
I'm sorry, yeah, can we just make a correction, Diane, it should be, I know you said zoning board, but it is planning board. You read zoning?
Don't break.
Planning board.
Oh, yeah, we have zoning there.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else?
So it's Peru Town Planning Board of Appeals.
Yeah. Thank you, not
Not
appeals,
appeals.
just planning board.
At the end.
I had it right over now, let's put that.
Peru Town Planning Board.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, roll call.
Mr. Barber.
Yes.
Mr. Douglas.
Yes.
Mr. Irwin.
Yes.
Mr. McDonald.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. Number 10, I need a motion and a second to reappoint Ryan Davies as vice chair of the planning board. Any discussion before? No discussion?
Make it.
Make the motion, Rick.
Second.
Second by Jim. Resolution, Diane, for number 10.
Resolution approving the reappointment of Ryan Davies to the Town of Peru Planning Board and the vice chairman. Whereas at a meeting held on December 13th, 2023, the Peru Town Planning Board has recommended that Ryan Davies be appointed to fill the Town Planning Board vice chairman seat to begin January 1, 2024 through December 31, 2024. Therefore, be it resolved, the Peru Town Board agrees with the recommendation of the Planning Board and reappoints Ryan Davies to complete the term of the Vice Chairman for the one-year period of January 1, 2024 through December 31, 2024, and be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Roll call. Any discussion since we...
Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Okay, number 11. I need a motion and a second to reappoint James Falvo to the zoning, chair of the zoning board of appeals. Any discussion before the resolution?
Make it.
Jim made the motion,
I'll second.
no second, resolution died.
Resolution approving the reappointment of James Falvo to the Town of Peru Zoning Board of Appeals as chairman. Whereas a meeting held on December 20th, 2023, the Peru Town Zoning Board of Appeals has recommended that James Falvo be reappointed to fill the Town Zoning Board of Appeals chairman seat to begin January 1, 2024 through December 31, 2024. Therefore, be it resolved, the Peru Town Board agrees with the recommendation of the Zoning Board of Appeals and reappoints James Falvo to complete the term of the chairman for a one-year period of January 1, 2024 through December 31, 2024, and be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Any discussion now? Again?
Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Same thing for Mr. Lukas. I need a motion and a second to reappoint for vice chair of the zoning board.
Make it.
Rick made it.
Second.
Second by Mel. Resolution, Diane.
Resolution approving the reappointment of Sean Lukas to the Town of Peru Zoning Board of Appeals as vice chairman, whereas at a meeting held on December 20th, 2023, the Peru Town Zoning Board of Appeals has recommended that Sean Lukas be reappointed to fill the Town Zoning Board of Appeals vice chairman seat to begin January 1, 2024 through December 31, 2024. Therefore, be it resolved, the Peru Town Board agrees with the recommendation of the Zoning Board of Appeals and reappoints Sean Lukas to complete the term of vice chairman for the one-year period of January 1, 2024 through December 31, 2024, and be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Any discussion on that?
Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin? And Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Very long. Number 13, discussion resolution to appoint deputy clerks. Diane has the rights to appoint up to 3 deputy clerks. As we know, she's discussed this with us, you know, previous to this, at budget time, and this is where we are. Any discussion about it? Anyone? I need a motion and a second, and then she'll read the resolution.
You all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need a motion.
I'll make it.
Rick,
Second.
second by Jim, resolution Diane.
A resolution approving the appointments of Judy Akey as Deputy Town Clerk number 1, Pamela Barber as Deputy Town Clerk number 2, and Christine Crawford as Deputy Town Clerk number 3 for better coverage for the services to the town residents. Whereas in a letter dated December 27th, 2023, received from Diane Miller, Town Clerk, she has recommended that the town board approves the appointment of Judy Akey as Deputy Town Clerk number 1, Pamela Barber as Deputy Town Clerk number 2, and Christine Crawford as Deputy Town Clerk number 3, to begin January 1, 2024 through December 31st, 2024. Whereas Judy Akey as First Deputy will receive $1,200 per year, Pamela Barber and Christine Crawford as Second and Third Deputies will each receive $450 each per year. Therefore, be it resolved, the Peru Town Board agrees with the recommendation of the Town Clerk, Diane Miller, to approve the appointments of Judy Akey as Deputy Clerk number 1, Pamela Barber as Deputy Town Clerk number 2, and Christine Crawford as Deputy Town Clerk number 3 to begin January 1, 2024 through December 31, 2024, for better coverage for the town clerk services to the residents of Peru, and be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Any discussion?
The only thing that I talked to, we had a nice chat yesterday, the only comment that I want to make is, this will work out a lot better in a lot of ways, and also too is, I'm gonna say 98% of the towns pay all their deputies hourly wages. So at least they're gonna have a stipend regardless if they have to do it or not, where everyone else won't, they get an hourly wage. So, this benefits everyone involved.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you. Roll call.
Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Okay, now we're on to our line transfers. As you know, years past, we used to do this throughout the year because we had so many, because it wasn't as organized as it is. And we would literally have hundreds and hundreds. Obviously, the count and Judy and Diane and Pam have got this in line where we can do it once a year, which is really nice, and you see how little it really is throughout the year. And this also goes with Mike and Courtney and everyone else trying to align everything, where it is. So I need a motion and a second to, for line transfer from the general funds 2023 for number 14.
I make it.
Jim made it.
Yeah.
Mel second.
Quick question
Yeah.
on that, I should know, what's the, number 5, that 28,000? Damn, what's the number?
Yeah.
1620.
That's all right, I can,
We can go through it after.
yeah, I just want that,
I mean, there's 22,000 just above that too,
Yeah.
and different things.
Yeah, thank you. I made the motion.
Jim made the motion,
No,
and second already. We can have discussion after resolution, if you want, any, but resolution.
Everybody set?
Well, we have to have more discussion.
Okay, resolution authorizing transfer of town general funds. Whereas in order to meet financial needs for the management of the town general accounts, funds need to be transferred from line items with positive balances to line items with negative balances. And whereas the outstanding positive balances in the general fund are more than adequate to cover the accounts in need of transfers, be it resolved that the town board has authorized the attached 21 transfers in the total amount of $82,585.68 to better align negative and positive line items. Resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Any discussion?
Jim, I'm pretty sure that one is the building account,
Okay.
because we had
The
to
ACs.
redo, we did this, but we also had to redo the court.
Oh, okay.
And that
Yeah, we
was
paid, yeah.
unexpected.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Any other discussion? Roll.
Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Number 15, same thing. I need a motion and a second to transfer approved sewer funds, line transfers.
I'll make it.
Give it to Rick and I'll second it. Resolution, then we can have discussion.
Resolution authorizing transfer of town sewer funds, whereas in order to meet the financial needs for the management of the town sewer accounts, funds need to be transferred from line items with positive balances to line items with negative balances, and whereas the outstanding positive balances in the sewer fund are more than adequate to cover the accounts in need of transfers, be it resolved that the town board has authorized the attached 5 transfers in the total amount of $3,934.29 to better align negative and positive line items. Resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Any discussion on it? Roll call.
Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno? Sorry, Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Okay. Next one, same thing. I need a motion and a second for line transfers from Valcourt Sewer Funds 2023.
Thank you.
Jim Douglas,
Second.
second by Bell. Resolution,
Resolution authorizing transfer of town Valcourt sewer funds, whereas in order to meet the financial needs for the management of the town Valcourt sewer accounts, funds need to be transferred from line items with positive balances to line items with negative balances, and whereas the outstanding positive balances in the Valcourt sewer fund are more than adequate to cover the accounts in need of transfer, be it resolved that the town board has authorized the attached 3 transfers in a total amount of $326.99 to better align negative and positive line items. Resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
any discussion on that? Okay, roll call.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Number 17.
Matt, where are you?
Very good. There.
At least they're not 4 or 5 pages right now. Okay, number 17, need a motion and a second for a line transfer for water funds 2023.
Make it.
Jim Douglas,
Second.
Rick second, resolution.
Resolution authorizing transfer of town water funds, whereas in order to meet the financial needs of the management of the town water account, funds need to be transferred from line items with positive balances to line items with negative balances, and whereas the outstanding positive balances in the water fund are more than adequate to cover the accounts in need of transfers, be it resolved that the town board has authorized the attached 8 transfers in the total amount of $7,044.34 to better align negative and positive line items. Resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Number 18, other business. Rick.
Yes, I was put on the America 250 committee for planning for the centennial of the Battle of Alcor and the Revolutionary War. I've been, since summer, we've been meeting once a month. The committee wants to keep the town of Peru in the loop on what's going on because the battle began with the Revolutionary War in the town of Peru at Valcour Island. The ship's beam that's downstairs, I believe there's going to come out a pamphlet with things for people that are coming up to see this, with things to see. And that's going to be one of the things on the pamphlet for the town of Peru is that ship's beam that's downstairs. The monuments that were moved a year ago, 2 years ago, that Ronnie Allen fought so hard to keep at the south end of Valcour Island are now positioned at Peru Dock. The state wants to build, it's a small walking path with benches on it, so you can look out from the parking lot on the green space that's there and look out at the island and where the battle was. You had the soldiers that are buried on Crab Island and the Battle of Valcour that happened on the south end. The state, I talked with Dan Levy, and he is in charge of the Peru Dock, Valcour Island, and state land up in this district. This sketch is what they would like to build down there for people to sit on the benches and have a little walking path down there. We're, on this sketch, on one side is one monument, and on the other side is the other monument, and a flagpole sits in the middle, right here. We have talked, John Rock and I have talked, he's on the committee also, John's from Morrisonville. John is in the know with history of the Revolutionary War. He's a guy to go to. He would like to keep both monuments together in the small piece that's right here in the middle and have the flagpole flying over the top of them. We've got to discuss that with Mr. Levy. What the state has said, they will supply the supplies to do this walkway. They asked me if the town of Peru would be willing to dig the dirt out in this arc with maybe the new skid steer. And that's all we have you guys do. John and I would bring our small tractors down there to put the stone back in. If that was something you could do. What I suggested was where they want this arc and this walking path to be, we stake it out, flag it out, so that you could come in and just dig the whole thing out. We'll put the dirt in the parking lot and we can move that after. The state can move it after. We don't have to do it. I didn't think that would be a problem, but if that's something we could work out come spring, that would be great. He said Mr. Levy said, the more people we can get involved to get this done, we can get the flagpole in that we put in the budget. In order to have a 4x6 flag to fly over the top of those monuments, we've got to put in a 25-foot flagpole. It was suggested that they wanted to put in a wooden one, and Mr. Rock and I were against it because of maintenance, to keep it flying, to keep it looking decent. We really, the wood is phenomenal and it looks great for a short period of time. And like I told John, who is going to be here to maintain it 3, 4 years, 5 years down the road when we're not doing this? He says, you're absolutely right. So I said, let's get a decent aluminum one and be done with it. So that's what we're hoping for in the spring. If we can get this done, then we'll have the approval to get the flagpole in and get things situated. I talked to the board before the meeting, talking to you, Mike, if that's something we could do, that'd be fantastic.
Question, Rick. Is
Yes.
that going, incorporating the stone that's already there? Is it
This,
going behind it?
well, they want to move those stones
Okay.
from where they are, and they look phenomenal where they are. They've already got it up, pavers around them and everything. John and I would like to leave the stones where they are and put the flag flying over the top of them right in front of it, and then put this arc in over to the left-hand side on the green space that's already there. They've got some, if you take a look on here, they've got some of the trees that are X'd out. If we do this right, we don't even have to cut the trees.
Mike,
We can put the arc in and put the benches in, it shouldn't be a problem.
my concern is our pressure sewer main goes right behind that stone.
Okay,
And there's a grinder pit right behind it.
all right, and how deep are they? We're only looking at 6 inches.
Yeah, I know, but if we ever have a break, we just had that dug up last year.
Okay.
So make sure where that is with
It's
Corey.
probably 4 foot deep, 5
Okay.
foot deep, but.
Where they are now.
As wet as it is, I mean, we had a pretty big hole there. We had the line going to the grinder pit break last year.
Okay,
And we had a pretty big hole back there.
all right, so he had suggested moving these further to the north.
I mean, I can try to locate it,
Okay,
flag it. It doesn't have a tracer wear and it's plastic.
okay,
Maybe put a swimming pool in.
It's wet enough down there. And that's one thing down there is it's so wet, your hole ends up 3 times
Yeah,
larger
it's all
than you
clay.
need, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I know we had to be very careful with the excavator not to hit that stone
Okay.
when we were digging.
All right.
So take a look at
We'll,
that,
we'll have to look.
have a discussion with him, or
'Cause-
have them go down.
How far in front of it is the pit, or is it right at the
It's
edge?
behind it.
Or
toward the
behind
lake.
it, toward the lake?
Toward the lake.
Okay,
You can see the pit. It's got a post with a
all right.
control box, but the force main is coming toward the building and the
Okay.
stone. So
All
the
right.
force main's between
Well,
the pit and the existing.
When I get back in the spring, you and I can go down and take a look at it and figure out where the flag's gotta go.
Alright.
All right?
Awesome. Thank you.
And this is my last one.
Your last one,
Yep,
not goodbye though.
it's good.
Anything else?
No.
Jim?
Rick, just sorry to see you go.
Well, it's all right.
Eric, welcome.
Thank you.
You've been a good board member.
Well, thank you.
That's it.
Thank you, Rich. No tax roll yet, so it should be, well, it should be nuts. No, it's gonna be nuts, because I don't know when they're coming. We're hoping to get them delivered to the treasurer's office today. But everybody will get their bills before we get our tax roll. Because they get mailed out of Albany. They get mailed from the printers, they get mailed from the printers. But no, everything's good, as far as I can see. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. Mel?
Oh, all set.
Sure. We can come back.
Yeah.
Bob?
Just one thing, I know there was some concern about the School Street, the demo that the town did, that's on the task, it's meeting, so the expenses that the town incurred is
Good.
on that, so there's no concern
Good.
there. And I would second what the board says, Rick has been a very good board member, and as the liaison with the planning and zoning office, I appreciate everything.
Thank you.
And I would say on the appointments for our planning and zoning, those are tough jobs. And you have four good chairmen and vice chairmen that are on those boards. And we just went through with the planning board, we went through a tough one that this past meeting, and Richard does very well. But I will caution you, I think Richard's gonna step off here soon. I won't say soon, but I think he may be looking to relocate, and that's some big shoes to fill.
He has talked to me about that.
He's been very good, so. That's all I got. Thanks.
Thanks. Mike?
No, that's the same, so, you know, you stopped over there before the meeting, but thank you for everything. You've been somebody that been an ear around once in a while, budget-wise or whatever, or what I want to do. You've been very good. And, shout out to Eric, welcome to the town. You'll be a good fit. Got some big shoes to fill, but other than that, just hope the heck 2024 is a better year, maintenance-wise for the highway department, for sure. It's just been a disaster from one end to the other, so hopefully stuff runs a lot better this year.
Let's hope. Courtney?
I'm good.
Eric?
Looking forward, working with all of you.
Thank you.
Cam?
Just to
Thank you, Rick.
thank Rick without tears this time.
I'm thanking you for your services. I'm not sure if I want to thank you now.
Anything else, Cam?
He's gone out of the trash, Eric.
Again,
You're never gonna forgive me for that.
again, as we said, Rick, I mean, the last meeting, I mean, we can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough personally for everything you've done for this town, the money you saved this town on, everything you've done. I mean, we could go on and on. We could talk for a long time, but if Bruno was here, he'd tell me to shut up right now, so. But thank you for everything. Thank you for all the extra things you went out of your way late at night and different times of the weekends. I called you and said, hey, there's somebody over at the park, can you guys get over there, you and Courtney or Jim or whoever. But all that, I could always count on you, as I can count on the other board members too, but you were, obviously there. You did the contract concert stand, stage, saved us, $20,000 plus. You know, the flag, the bell down there, the different things. I could go on and on, like I said. I never thank you enough, and it's not goodbye. You're gonna go south for a little bit and come back and forth, so.
Yep.
Well, thank you for everything again. Anything else for other business from any of us? Okay. Public comments on agenda items only. Or Diane, or Judy, have anything?
I have one thing. I just want to say thank you to Ricky. You've been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Okay. Public comments on agenda items only. Anybody? Okay. We need a motion in a second for a resolution to pay December 2020 bills.
I'll make it.
Rick made it.
Second.
Second by Jim. Any discussion we can have after resolution?
Resolution authorizing the post-audit payment of certain claims, bills, and invoices of the town. Whereas the town board has reviewed and audited the following claims, bills, and invoices for services rendered and goods provided to the town in December 2023. The town approved vouchers in December 2023, 202-301-789 through and including 202-301-866. Abstract dated 12/21/2023 for the dollar amount totaling $131,346.42. Of that, $25,215.64 was wired, credit cards, and prepaid, and $106,130.78 is remaining to be paid. And whereas the town board finds said claims, bills, and invoices to be acceptable in form and reasonable in amount, now therefore be it resolved that payment of the mentioned claims, bills, and invoices is approved, and the supervisor be and hereby is authorized to make such payment, and be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Any discussion? Roll.
Mr. Fargo.
Yes.
Mr. Douglas.
Yes.
Mr. Irwin.
Yes.
And Mr. McDonald.
Yes. Before we get to adjourn the meeting, I just want to thank everybody for another great year of working together with everybody. We have great teams of workers. You know, we had the flooding last week. All the guys come together. We got the water problem that Courtney has and the water guys have continuously when we get all the flooding. You know, I can't thank all the workers enough, and every worker in this town, in the councilman enough for everything you guys do throughout the year. I want to thank you guys for that. Have a great New Year's. Be safe. Have a great New Year's with family and friend. The other thing, this isn't town business itself, but we were able to buy over 200 and some kids presents this year with the fundraiser I started 14 years ago. Obviously, it's not just me, it's this whole community and so many other people. I want to thank everyone for that. It was amazing again this year, the most we ever did, and it was awesome. So thank you guys for everything, and have a great 2024. Pam.
I just remembered that JCEO will have a permanent person there Wednesday, the
Third.
3rd.
Brianna.
So there'll be
Brianna, right?
Yes.
Brianna, but I don't remember her last name.
She, I called, she said her training, and she.
Yep. Which is a good thing. We need it desperately, as we know. Okay. Any other discussion, anyone? Okay, I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make it.
Rick made it. There you go, buddy.
Last one.
Sound off.
Second.
A second by Jim. All
Happy
in
New
favor?
Year, everybody.
Aye.